Welcome to Retrospective Rants. I'm your host, Joey Huff, and happy Halloween to you all. Tonight, I bring you a tragic and horrifying tale. An epic of lost love, destroyed by chance woe, and in the cruelest of fashions. Listen now, and prepare yourself. Give it back! Kate's voice was loud, but playful. Just enough so that Stefan knew he could defy her a bit longer. It was good she was loud, otherwise she would have been drowned out by the waterfall beneath Odyssey Tower, a great spire of white stone that twisted into the clouds, like many towers of its kind. But for the two young people, it had been their childhood playground. Amidst Kate's repeated protests, Stefan adopted a softer tone. I'm only gonna look at one page. That's one page too many. Come on, give it. Stefan noticed desperation in her voice now, and her warm brown eyes looked fearful. He, of course, was only more curious now, and he looked at the little sketchbook in his hand. Kate, what don't you want me to see? She laughed with some forced joviality, and then motioned for the book. Just give it back. Stefan thought for a moment, before turning quickly and opening the book to the last page Kate had worked on. Kate then ran at him and beat at his broad shoulders with her petite fists. Don't you dare! I'm not daring, I'm doing. He looked down on the open page, the page with his face on it. He was so taken aback that his grip loosened. It was just enough slack for Kate to take the sketchbook out of his hands. Stefan turned to see Kate looking very embarrassed, but he'd seen it. His face had been captured on the page as if it had been a mirror. His firm features, his somewhat messy black hair, and even the light tan of his skin had been drawn with the utmost care. Stefan's awkwardness now matched Kate's, but after a few silent moments, he mustered his courage and spoke. So, does this mean you like... Yes. There was a very direct and final tone in Kate's words, and it caught him off guard. Her next words, delivered in a challenging tone, expanded on that effect. So, what are you going to do about it? Stefan looked at her and saw her porcelain skin shine in the light, her own black hair cascading down her shoulders, and her lips bitten together in some anticipation. He knew exactly what he was going to do. But as he walked forward, the ground shook, and Kate was torn from the earth by the rise of a massive wall of black stone. Stefan cried out for her, yet for several moments he saw nothing. When the ground settled, he looked up at the giant, impenetrable wall, wondering if perhaps Kate was just on the other side. In answer, he heard a scream, which ended in a great crash a few feet away, and a massive splash of viscera and blood in his face. Stefan blinked a few times, and then upon seeing the torn and bloodied sketch pad lying in a heap of bones and hair, he fell onto his knees and wept. And so ends our tragic epic, which is here entitled A One-Time Fling. Well, I hope whoever listened to this understands what satire is. For context, I originally wrote this story for a contest on Wattpad. I forgot the whole specifics, but I do remember that we were supposed to write a story centered around massive pillars of unknown eldritch origin, which would then cast a massive wall between them in the course of the story. It also could not be more than 500 words long. And this story of a one-time fling was the result of that effort. I had fun writing it, and many of my friends and family had fun reading it as well. So, I thought reading it off out loud would also be fun, and I hope you thought so too. As always, if you want to check out any of my more serious works, look up my account Imperius54 on Wattpad. Thank you all for listening, have a good one, and happy Halloween.